Welcome to Does It Matter by Brainy Ballers, where we dissect the game with cutting-edge analytics to give you the upper hand. We analyze everything from hand sizes to average depth of targets to uncover hidden trends that no one else sees. Say goodbye to guesswork and hello to data-driven domination. Because here at Brainy Ballers, we don't just watch the game, we understand it. So get ready, it's podcast time.
Hey there. Ever wonder what truly separates a future NFL superstar wide receiver from someone who, just had a few good years in college?
Yeah, it's a tough question. We look at speed, hands.
Right, exactly. But what if one of the most kind of overlooked stats actually held a key?
Okay, I'm listening.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into this. Does a wide receiver's college yards after catch YAC per reception actually predict their future success in the NFL?
YAC. Interesting angle.
Yeah, and this whole dive is basically designed as a shortcut for you, to get you well-informed, give you that edge when you're maybe deciding between two promising guys.
Right. So to figure this out, we really dug into the data. We looked at the top 50 players each season in PPR fantasy football.
Okay, PPR, point per reception. Good context.
Exactly. It really highlights receivers. And our data, it's solid, comes from Pro Football Focus. We specifically looked at the bottom 10 of that top 50 group.
So players ranked 41st to 50th.
Yeah, exactly. And we compared them against the very best, the top 10 finishers each year since 2016. We wanted a clean comparison, not skewed by guys barely making rosters.
Makes sense. And what did you find? What emerged?
Well, a genuinely striking pattern.
Lay it on us. What did that initial look show?
So get this. In 6 out of the 8 seasons we looked at, going back to 2016, 75% of the time, the top 10 fantasy guys had a notably higher average college career yards after catch per reception.
Higher than who?
Higher than those guys finishing lower down in that 31st to 50th group. It wasn't just a blip. It keeps showing up.
That's a pretty significant trend. So did you dig deeper? Did you find a specific YAC number that seemed to matter most?
We did, yeah. We tested a bunch of different numbers looking for an optimal threshold, and we landed on 5.7, a college career YAC per reception of 5.7 and above.
5.7. Okay. What happened with players who hit that mark?
Players meeting that specific benchmark, they showed a pretty remarkable 31.6% higher rate of finishing in the top 10 compared to those bottom 10 finishers.
31% higher chance. That's substantial.
It really is. And that 5.7, it's not just random. It kind of points to that ability to create after the catch.
Yeah, like agility, vision, maybe breaking tackles.
Exactly. All that stuff that's absolutely crucial in the NFL where space is tight, turning nothing into something.
Makes total sense. But how strong is that link, statistically? For listeners who aren't deep into stats, how do we measure that connection?
Good question. We calculated what's called a Pearson value.
Do you want to start dominating your drafts? At brainyballers.com, we've researched every metric under the sun for you to find which ones are best linked to fantasy points. You can access hundreds of metrics to sharpen your scouting abilities so you know which metrics matter and which are just noise. Stop guessing on which thresholds to look for within each metric. Big numbers can be misleading or irrelevant. Our Ultimate Athlete Blueprints reveal essential scouting metrics, their importance, and benchmarks within each metric that help predict a player's probability of being a success or bust. Elevate your scouting ability with Brainy Ballers' Ultimate Athlete Blueprints today. Click the link in the description. Now back to the show.
Came out to 0.167 for college YAC versus future fantasy production.
Okay, 0.167. So positive number means as one goes up, the other tends to go up.
Basically, yeah. It suggests a noticeable positive link. Higher college YAC tends to correlate with better NFL fantasy production down the line.
How does that compare to other factors we know are important?
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. We looked at QB draft capital, where the quarterback throwing to them was drafted. Everyone accepts that matters, right?
Absolutely. Opportunity.
Right. Its Pearson value is negative 0.219.
That puts it in perspective. So this 5.7 YAC number.
Yeah, it tells you it's more than just flash. It seems to be a pretty robust indicator.
That's fascinating. It makes you think of guys like Deebo Samuel, maybe McCaffrey out of the backfield, guys known for making people miss.
Exactly those types. Our research suggests watching that isn't just exciting, it's actually predictive.
But okay, let's be real. YAC can't be the only thing that matters, can it? What else still counts big time?
Oh, absolutely not the only thing. No way. Look, you still need elite speed, you need sharp route running, good hands are obviously critical.
Right.
Our research isn't saying forget all that. It's just highlighting that this YAC piece, it's powerful, maybe more predictive than we thought, especially when you're stuck.
Stuck between two guys who look pretty similar otherwise.
Exactly, like that potential hidden gem on the scouting report.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener, trying to get smarter about this?
Well, it means that looking at college YAC, specifically that 5.7 or higher mark.
It's not the magic bullet.
No, not the only thing, but it definitely seems to hold real predictive value for NFL success. It gives you a pretty powerful data-backed tool.
Especially, like you said, when you're trying to split hairs between two promising receivers. Helps you make a more informed call.
Precisely. Knowledge is great, but it's most valuable when you understand it and actually apply it. Not the whole picture, but one that helps you see that player's potential more clearly.
Right, helps you make smarter decisions. Okay, so final thought to leave you with. Thinking about this YAC discovery, what other maybe kind of niche, overlooked stats, maybe not even in sports, but in any field, what else might hold surprising keys to predicting future success if only we knew, how and where to dive deep?